if you did take this and you did take care of it for a while, it would grow up and it would eventually just become a little stinker. Just like raccoons, just like possums actually are pretty tame, but you're not really supposed to have them unless you have a permit. And that's what we do here. So what we're gonna do is just make sure that there's no nasty parasites, not old enough to where we can stop, where we can just give them solid food. This little gal still needs milk replacer every 5 to 6 hours. And you don't, at this age, you don't necessarily have to feed them through the night. I think I will, just to be safe, because I love this little gal. And what we're gonna do is just go ahead and show you guys how to do this. Now, I showed it to you with the possum in our first creature feature, and it's a very, very, very similar process. And it actually could boil away some of the nutrients. So, pick up your squirrel. Oh, come on, baby. And make sure you get a good grip. Now, it may look like I'm roughhousing it, but it's out of love. Let go. And if they're ever grabbing onto something, just slowly, you never want to rip. You never want to rip. It's really tempting to do that, but just slowly guide the claws off there. Those claws are really important. You don't want to hurt them. And then keep a nice, tight grip on them. Okay? So this, I'm going to pour a little bit on my arm. Super, super hot. This is about the body temperature of its mother, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to put him in this hand. I'm going to hold him tightly. And then, okay, you ready? And there she is, already latching, not latching, but you know, taking a little bit. And she loves that. Now, she loves it because it's warm. Now, if you gave her cold stuff, and I've tried that before, she says, no, I don't want that at all. And look how she's grabbing it with her hand. And she's licking all over it. So this is what I'm gonna do. You wanna hold it at this angle. You do not wanna hold it down, because the last thing you need is what's called exacerbating or aspiration, right now, because I'm feeding her evenly throughout the day. You don't have to do that. This is recommended that you give this little bean 15 every 5 to 6 hours. So basically just twice a day or 3 times a day for this little thing. So I like to keep her upright at a 90-degree angle, just like that. Notice how a little bit is dripping out. That's totally fine. I want her to be doing the work. I don't want me to be doing the work. She's learned. Poppy eats. Equal mixture of fruits, veggies, and cat food. Some people give them dog food as well. So one other thing I'll tell you guys is if you have, and we don't have this issue with this squirrel because obviously he's been pooping just fine, but if you do have a younger squirrel, just like a kitten or a possum or any other young mammal, what you're gonna have to do is wet a little paper towel or a cloth like this, and you have to stimulate their genitals, right? Like just wipe around the anus like that, and that will help them pee. You can get a close up on that. Poop and pee a little teeny bit. As you can see, this is a really friendly little girl. She's a very cute little friend. And we're gonna miss her a lot whenever it's time for her to go. But it's gonna be really rewarding for her to grow up and get out of here. But until then, we're gonna spend some time with her and have fun with her and film some videos. But we're not gonna have too much fun because we're gonna do the same thing we did with Pickle. And the same thing we're doing with Poppy, which is rescue, rehab, release. You do not want a squirrel as a pet. Like I said, when they grow up, they don't really make great pets, and there's plenty more baby squirrels for you to take care of if you have your permit. Guys, that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. It helps us out a ton, and it helps us know whether you like this. Should we keep doing creature feature? Do you want me to scream more? And et cetera, et cetera. Here, I'll give you, we're gonna be getting them to new homes very, very soon. So thank you guys so much, and get the heck out of our house. Also, just to show you guys one more time. And there he is, you guys. He's totally fine. He's safe and sound. He is very happy. He's standing up. He can eat, he can buck, and he can make distress calls for the hens. That's the other big thing I forgot to say. So long as they can still make distress calls for the hens, whenever vultures and everything else comes by to kill them, you're totally fine. Yeah, right. Quick video for you today. I still can't find the possum. I have no idea where it is. And we got the little chick. Go ahead and come on outside. Everybody's been asking me to make this video. People are asking, hey, how do you keep your... So like I said, a lot of people have been asking us, how do you live in the city with a rooster? How can you incubate eggs? How are they fertile? This is how.
we got my boy Gamer here, and Gamer's been a good boy. And the only way that we can keep him here is with this. This is a piece of Velcro. It's actually 7 times a day. He's a very, very happy rooster. We love him. And at the same time, I've never had him attack me. I've picked him up, I've messed with him and all that. But today, I'm just gonna show you guys how you can take one of these from Walmart, make it yourself, just at a regular Velcro, and then wrap it around their neck and call it a guys. Because a lot of you guys are gonna freak out and say, oh my gosh, animal cruelty. This is not animal cruelty. He mates 4 times a day, at least. He's very, very happy. He's got 6 women here that he spent. Oh, it's the Tiki-Taki Kid. And later on, I'm gonna tell you guys the big announcement that you all been waiting for. Julia and I bought a house. So we have a lot more space for you guys to see where we're moving the animals to. And as you've noticed, the goats are gone, the ducks are gone. Look out that window. What's going on here? We still have about, I think, 10 little teeny tiny babies. And this one's my favorite. We put him on a TikTok. Not only is she the queen of the house, but she's amazing at flying. I'm gonna give you guys a quick look. Really, really well. And these little guys are fine without her. They've got a decent heat lamp here that's looking down on them. And they're super easy to take care of at this age. Pretty soon we're going to be finding good homes for all of them, except for that cute little guy that I love. The feral one, the more they'll like you and the more they'll come to be tame. That's because if you saw in our pigeon creature feature, they feature on them very, very soon. And we're making some new Tiki-Takis where we're gonna, and I can't find the possum anywhere. So if you guys could please let me know if you see the possum in any frames. Let me know in the comments where it is. Then I'll give you a big Chungus signed toilet paper roll directly to your door. But before we move to the new house, I do want to show you guys what's been going on in the yard. But there's actually 2 chickens in there that are brooding the duck eggs, which is awesome. And all of this is going to essentially what the new house looks like and how everything works over there with the animals and the space that we have. But I don't like to waste trips to the new place, so we're gonna pack up this little hutch that triggers everyone because it's too small, and we're gonna bring it to the new place just to show you guys the reunition of the little Chungus twins. Okay, so the goal of today is just basically to set everything up, show you guys the whole systems, what we're doing here, and by the end of the day, we're gonna have a system that I only have to check up on once every day, and pretty with them. They're not super tame, but they stick together, and you don't need to spend a ton of time unless you have just 1 or 2 of them by themselves. When you have a big pack like this, they're totally fine. And look how happy they are. And look at little Nugget over there in the corner. Now Nugget and the other bunnies that we have never would have experienced something like this. They would have been in a tiny little kennel or hutch their entire life until it was ready for them to be bred or eaten. So this is a wonderful, wonderful life for them. I'm gonna let Julia out for a bit just so she can play. And as you can see, she's great at flying. And she's really happy too. Come down at any moment and pick her up. And she's tame enough to where she's not gonna run away if I let her out. But she's gonna be laying us her own little tiny egg. And yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. This is the new place. We got a lot of exciting, fun things going here. We can do a lot more with this space. An extension cord to go in there just to keep them warm, but it looks like they don't need it anymore this time of year. We're in Texas, so it's very warm. So thank you guys again. We love you. Thank you so much for 30,000, and we'll see you in the next video.